My name is Marissa Cantu, and I had a home here in Arapahoe County in Englewood, Colorado. And it took me about 3 years to come to terms with moving on to sell this house. And during that time, I had interviewed other realtors. But what I knew in my mind was that the house needed some work, and it was work that I really didn't have the capital to do myself upfront before we listed it. You were the only realtor that was offering fix and flip and had the capital to do so, and to do it up front and get the house looking the way it needed to look for the price point that I was looking for.
Yeah, because you didn't have a cheap house. It was over $800,000.
Yes, and the market was really flaky at the time, and we had other houses that were selling for the high 700s, and then we had others that were selling that were a little bit larger than my house, but were still hitting the $1 million mark. And so I had to. They're older homes. Built in, I think, 1983. So, like any home, it needed some updating and upgrading and cleaning.
What did you think of the crews we brought in? Because that is a lot of concerns of people are the crews legit? Do they do good work? What's the quality? And, them not complaining about getting paid. They obviously got paid. And I got paid at closing.
Yeah.
So what did you think of the crews?
That actually worked out really great. It was really ended up being out of sight, out of mind. I didn't have to do anything. I mentioned it to you once, and then it was taken care of. It really gave me a stronger confidence level in the services that you can offer when I knew that the carpet layers were going to come in and get it done, and they get their money and can move on as well, and they're ready at hand at a phone call. And so that increased my confidence level in regards to what you could deliver and how quickly we could get everything done to get the house on the market.
So a lot of sellers are on the fence, wondering, should I improve it? Should I not improve it? How much extra money do you think you sold it for because we did the improvements and we made the house look the best it could?
I know we got $5,000 over the asking price. However, the asking price was probably still an additional, a good $20,000 more than if we hadn't done some of the simple upgrades.
Yeah, because I think they were quoting $790 is what another agent, and we ended up selling for $830.
Yes.
So we did spend some extra money, but we almost tripled your return.
Yes, they were the right upgrades for the return on investment that we were looking for. And with perseverance and hard work, we made it.
Well, awesome. I'm thrilled for you. Anything else that you would add to a seller like yourself? Because you were on the fence. You were talking to 3 other agents. Mm-hmm. One was an attorney, one was a neighborhood agent. Obviously, I was a realtor here in Denver, but you didn't know me.
No.
And I came in and made all these promises. Someone on the fence, maybe talking to yourself who's on the fence, what would you tell someone, a seller like yourself in this market, in terms of working with me versus anyone else?
Well, I would say that when it comes to agents, they're all going to talk the talk, but they got to walk the walk. So, and it's hard to know, only when you invest or dive in the project do you find out a little bit after the fact if this person's going to pull through for you. So I would recommend you. I would tell other potential clients that you know what you're talking about, you have the knowledge, and you're flexible for different types of buyers, and have the ability to communicate the reality of the market and the reality of your home and what your home is going to look like to the buyers. You don't provide any false claims for the business and for the transaction to occur. I think, you kept me very level-headed and, just in reality of what the market's going to do and what type of buyer I'm going to get. And I think that was exceptional to the business.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Chris.